What's good? What's good? It's your boy B Neil. Welcome back to Bryce Reacts. Man, I found it funny. Just like I haven't even been able to fully process the moment of Iceman ever since the Iceman 4 episode has dropped. It's just been straight like content waves and narratives, along with just like so much music to listen to. Where it's like I'm still listening to Iceman. I'm like, bro, I'm still breaking down songs. I'm still getting like things that I'm like, oh, I didn't catch him say that. I didn't catch him hearing him say that. It's like I'm still like going through the appreciation of shoot the moment, even making this channel, social media going crazy. Like I said, Drake being my favorite artist, and then like all this conversation and things are just being wrapped around that. Like it really brings like home where like it's so much stuff going on. Like we gotta just give him his flowers. I feel like we just gotta stop for just a brief moment with all the narrative, just 2 seconds, at least while I make this video, and really just appreciate greatness. And with that being said, I ended up coming across a video just kind of breaking down all the achievements that's been going on. And like I said, it's just so much to process when you really look at like everything that he really did in this last 2 weeks to a month. So with that being said, let's get into it.
Just had the most historic week for any artist ever, and it's not even close. He's the first artist ever to debut 3 new albums at 1, 2, and 3. Those 3 albums combined sold a total of 683,000 units in the first week. With his new #1 track, Janice Shut the F Up, he became the male soloist with the most #1 tracks ever at 14, surpassing the great Michael Jackson.
Passing Michael Jackson, and not only I think it said Janice is the first hip hop song to debut #1 its first 2 weeks being out. Like first hip hop song ever. It's like, bro, it's a lot of shit. Like I said, it's so much information and data like dumps that it's like it's almost so easy to just look past these accomplishments. Like, bro, this is really insane shit we watching.
With Iceman going #1, he became the rapper with the most #1 albums ever, surpassing Jay-Z. Speaking of #1s, he was able to bring a rap song back to the top of the Billboard charts for the first time in over a year. He's the first artist ever to debut 10 songs at #1 on the Hot 100. He also has the biggest debut for a hip-hop song in Spotify history with 13.2 million streams for his song Make Them Cry. And as you can see, he also holds 3 out of the other 4 spots. And just being honest, the second song is there because of him too.
So what he meant to say is 4 out of the top 5 spots, but really it's all 5 because it's really we know why you're high. It's really because of the boy. You hear me? You know how insane that is. You know how insane that is for all top 5 of the biggest rap songs ever to be about or from Drake. Are you crazy? Is that not insane? And that even speaks to like, oh, bro, it speaks to like how every like major hip hop moment is damn near been surrounded with Drake, bro, and you cannot deny it. But this is a perfect example. Even Big Sean used to talk about this back in the day.
Everything goes back to like something to do with Drake. I mean, not to be funny, but it's just like the obsession.
So, and it's a good and a bad thing. Like when it comes back down to it, like most of these current events in hip hop has something to do with Drake, and that just speaks to how major he is involved in the industry and how impactful he is in the industry. And it also speaks to how weirdly obsessed a lot of niggas is with him as well. So it's like a double-edged sword, which I said Big Sean been addressed. It's like you can't not see it. Like, bro, everybody has either Drake on their mind or hate him or love him. It's just like you can't unsee it, bro. But let's finish up with some of these accomplishments.
He's the first artist ever with over 400 chart entries on the Billboard Hot 100, with the next closest artist being more than 100 away. And
that's what I'm saying. Like they love to talk about how big Taylor is. I get it. Like I ain't trying to shit on her, but she low key like the Starbucks of this music shit. Like she's easily marketable. Like obviously, like it's a white America. The white women are like the biggest consumers. Like she do numbers. Like of course she can make some crazy sales. She sold like 30 different vinyls and like Stanley Cups and shit like that. Of course she's gonna do numbers when she drop, but like when it comes to real impact, bro, she ain't got that impact. And even look at Future, like shout out to Future. Look at Wayne, like bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. Niggas be wanting me to, I be about to crash out when I see these stats, bro, because it's like, how can you niggas fix y'all mouth to be disrespectful to Wayne. What the fuck is Mr. Hove at? And I ain't even on Kenny, Mr. K. Kung Fu Kenny, bro. Like, what are we talking about? The big three: Drake, Future, Lil Wayne. That's my top three of all time, nigga. Not in that order. Not in that order though, but still. Like, what are we saying? Then you got Travis Scott got you wiped down. Little baby got you wiped. Man.
Being more than 100 away. And he charted a record 42 songs simultaneously on the Hot 100, setting a record for the most charted at once by a single artist. The fact that Drake is in year 16 and he's at his best and biggest year in terms of accolades and quality, I think that's
what I'm saying, bro. He had to supposedly tell in. This is like if LeBron won a ring this year, nigga. He beat the Rockets, he beat OKC, he beat the Spurs, he beat the Knicks. That's what Drake just did, nigga. They're like, oh nah, Drake's washed. Drake is cooked. Drake ain't got shit. Nah, nigga. I just went and won a ring, nigga. What do you mean? My whole team need real big rings. Like, what do you mean? Like, nigga, when he's supposed to be gassed, ain't got no wind left, ain't got the stamina. Nigga dropped 3 albums on you. Like, what are we on your head tops? What a punt, like punting your head tops. What are we saying?
Testament to his greatness. Michael Jackson is my favorite artist ever. Drake is also my favorite artist ever. It's 1A and 1A, and I think they can both be great. A lot of the
and I didn't even want to get into the Mike conversation, but he brought it up. It's like, bro, what Mike type of music he was making, bro, he was impactful. He touched the soul, the spirit. He was making freedom music. He was making spiritual, like just like real Motown, like instrumental type music. Like, and it was like obviously overly influential, but like with Drake for hip hop, when you talk about being able to like constantly understand the pulse of like the people and the people that fuck with him, and constantly being able to like stay relevant through really good music for 16 years straight. And we like, bro, when we talk about how many anthems Drake had made for us, how many quotables Drake had made for us, how many like nigga like songs he made that describe whole situations you went through or moments you went through or overcame. Like, Drake is just as good as connecting and hitting the heartstrings when it comes to the musical instruments and the ways that he do it through hip hop, which is more upbeat, which is more aggressive, which even then he brings in the emotionality of things like that. But obviously with pop and R&B and that style, like, it's gonna bring out the like just like gospel, it's gonna bring out that feeling in you. I feel like a little bit more because it's like almost like watching a drama. But when you talk about action films or when you talk about sports movies, like them hoes it could be just as motivational as your drama or your love film or something like that. So that's where it's like yes, what Michael was doing in that lane, no one could touch a Thriller, no one could touch A Man in the Mirror, no one could touch like so many records. Like, you can just go down the list with Michael Jackson. But at the same time, for what Drake was doing with the like I said, more of the action film, more of the like sports film type when it comes to this metaphor, bro, he was making the Remember of the Titans. He was making like I'm trying to think of what some of the best action movies of all time are, like Fast and Furious, like the first one or something. Like he's making those films or the metaphorical films that connect and really hit home. And it's not just some like a bunch of explosions with no actual meaning and actual depth, and where people just don't feel it. It's just a bunch of just visual, visual, just like bullshit that's just like distracting a mind versus actual content, actual, scripts that's with amazing writing. And that's what I think people with this Michael Jackson and Drake conversation is like, I get it. He's not Michael, but at the same time, he's like, no shit. But for what he does with rap, bro, there's no one is like that is more versatile. Like, no one is like, bro, it's like, what are we saying, bro? I don't want to keep beating that like point home, but like, bro, if you don't understand, it's hard to explain, man.
conversation this past week has been a comparison between the two because Drake passed his record. Even if you don't think that Drake is bigger or greater than Michael Jackson, you can admit that there is no artist on this planet that is bigger than Drake. There is no artist on this planet that makes music as ubiquitous as Drake to where anybody on any corner of the earth can enjoy at least one song. To me, that is greatness. To me, that is what
there's gonna be way more than just one song.
A great musical artist is. I'm making this video to give Drake his flowers. A lot of people before Michael Jackson died ridiculed him. He was a joke in pop culture. They made tons of jokes about him, especially about the things that he was put through towards the end of his career. And now we're seeing the same things happen to Drake. So I'm
great comparison. That's why I said the same thing with the Jay-Z conversation. Drake has so many qualities and mirrors so many of the same things that Jay-Z, Kanye, Michael, so many of the great legends before him went through. And it's because he don't fit the image that you don't like or the image that you perceive as black greatness or whatever version of greatness you want to perceive, it's you don't understand it, you don't see it. But like he said, when they got tired of how great he was with Michael Jackson, they came up with so many narratives. They came up with so many agendas trying to get rid of him. Same what I brought up with Dave Chappelle. Same with I bring up with so many great. If you know about how black people get blackballed after a certain level of greatness and how they start to get excommunicated from all of the success and things that they've done and get bought out and so many other things, it's a nasty pattern. Like I said with Dave Chappelle, you can even mention elements of Lil Wayne, obviously with Drake, Kanye. It's so many examples. It's certain ones that for some reason, like Jay-Z, that don't get that ridicule, but some of our all-time greats, like Drake, has gone down the same path, it's going down the same battles that they went through, and don't mind calling out the Grammys, don't mind calling out the industry, don't mind standing up for people and making a statement, even though that's not even what he does in music, but he'll still take them type of leaps from time to time. So yeah, like I said, I like what this dude did with giving him his flowers. As a Drake fan, I'm here for it. It has to be done now because, bro, you honestly probably never see this again, bro. This is like some Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson type shit, bro. It's different.
Doing my part to give Drake his flowers because I like to appreciate greatness, especially when I'm witnessing it with my own eyes. It's just crazy to see what we've witnessed this past week, and I'm very excited to see what's to come because I don't think the boys slow down anytime soon.
That's what's crazy. He could go 20, 30 years, and this even go back to what 40 said. Drake got so much qualities where he possibly could even go down to Luther Vandross, let's just say 20, 30, or not even 20, 10, 15 years from now, where he's not really doing rap so much and he really in his love songs, or he really into making a certain style of music that's still connecting with age and grace and things like that. It's we don't know when he's really gonna stop making hits. Let's be real. When Jay-Z retired, he kept making hits how much longer? Let's say Jay-Z retired 2009, 2010. Then he made 444 in 2016. And then you get plenty of features and shit after that. So it's that's another 10, 15 years after retirement, the nigga still dropping almost. Same with, so many legends. Even with Snoop Dogg, when he really was done dropping versus he still gave another 5-6 years after his prime. So it's and was still being able to drop a hit in there every once in a while. Wayne, if you could just say he's still dropping, but let's say Wayne prime stopped in 20, let's just say Carter 4. But how much work is he giving you where he's still giving you good music, good features, post 2014 that is? It's almost a decade since then, 12 years since then. He still can give you quality shit. So it's Drake is arguably the best artist and versatile artist we ever seen. If he even slows down to 50 to 60%, where he's not even, so much as aggressive and consistent as he is now, he still might produce the quality may go up. That's unfathomable when it's already so good. It's let's say he is taking 5-6 years and he's not really dropping albums, but he's still coming up with singles and he just dropping the best song he can make in a year. And it may be like your 2 or 3 songs. It's like, bro, he could do that for another 10, 15 years. Like, and I don't think people be understanding and fathoming that. And that's something. Let me see if I can find the old 40 clip, and we'll end it off on that.
We were doing rap and R&B, and a certain type of R&B. And now we do a bunch of types of rap, a bunch of types of R&B, and a bunch of types of pop. So it's like it's just more addition to his sort of palette and what he does musically, I think. Mm-hmm. But I don't think that negates like the space for me or what I do or bring to the table for him, or like conversations like, yo, just so you know what I think. Don't think it's necessarily, but I think it's people's favorite song.
Do you
so
think?
I think it's an incredible song to drop. I'm not saying no. I'm just saying that's my opinion. But I'm never gonna like. So like I'll go as that far to be critical of a record, you know?
Do you think it gets harder for him to stay at a number 1 position the later in his career he gets? I mean, do you think he's late in his career? Like, where do you stand on all that stuff? I mean, there was a fever pitch moment that every artist has who gets to that kind of status that lasts however long it lasts. But for him,
yeah, I mean, kind of what the artist is talking about. I mean, the interviewer is talking about. People have been trying to call the fall off for Drake since More Life, Scorpion, like pretty much since post Views, and even during Views, people was trying to make that call then. So obviously, people have been wrong for a long time, but that's something that's that's very like a lot of people are very curious about. Like, how long can he keep this going? It's the same with LeBron. It's like it's almost an awe moment because it's like, how could he keep consistently being great at this level for this long and this persistent? Like, it definitely brings the conversation up a lot, or amongst a lot of people, for real.
it just goes on in a way that we haven't really seen. So do you think that it's going to get harder for him to maintain that number 1 the later he gets in his career? I mean, even at this point?
I mean, I think the initial reaction would be, yeah, it gets difficult for any artist to continue to maintain that position the later you get in their career, but I can't tell you that's been the case for Drake. I can't, right? Like, the later in your career we get, the bigger...
That nigga dropped 3 straight albums like in one day, and holds 3 of the top spots as far as the top albums. Has a song go number 1 to pass up Jay-Z, and like so many other records that we broke down today. It's like yeah, year 16 still hasn't seen the fall off that people is trying to estimate or predict when it's coming.
The songs get, the better he gets, it's pretty phenomenal. So I think it gets easier for him as time goes on.
Are there any artists that you can liken him to in that way? I don't mean like musically. I just mean as far as like their careers and their success.
No, I don't know if there is, and I also say no because I don't have as accurate a perspective of any other artists, so it's like difficult for me to make a comparison. But someone made a Michael Jackson comparison the other day. Bun B. Yeah.
That's the only comparison, because it's like a guy that's like maybe Lil Wayne too. But obviously, you're going to say towards the tail end, it got a lot harder for him to stay relevant in that number 1 spot. That's a different conversation. But like Wayne definitely from being like 15 to all these different like ages and eras he went through, he stayed number 1 for a long time and kept that energy going. I'm trying to think of someone else. Eminem kind of, then like you get to maybe Kanye a little bit, and then Michael Jackson for sure. Like, as he just got older, he kept staying relevant. He kept staying the biggest shit out. Like, it's not a conversation. Like, even when he was like in the 90s, he was still going crazy. And honestly, if he didn't die, like, who knows how like many albums he still would have been dropping that could be going number 1 and etc. So it's like, yeah, it's really the only conversation is Michael, for real. Because like being number 1, like pretty much the whole 16 years of the whole run, yeah, it's only one other conversation, for real.
Someone else even of stature and significance too. Like, a few people have been making that comparison. Snoop or someone, like somebody like that too. Not only Bun, someone else did it. But I don't know, man. I don't even know if Michael had as long of a run in the place that Drake's been. Like, Michael almost had peaks and valleys to his career, I feel like, where Drake has just gone like this. And we haven't stopped or, like, plateaued. So I think until there's some sort of, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't tell you what might happen.
Where do you think this stops?
I don't know if it ever stops. I mean, it has to stop at some point.
I mean, whether or not it's because he doesn't land a number one on an album, or it doesn't stay number one long enough.
I mean, how old's Jay-Z? Jay-Z's 50 right now? He's 50, right?
And 444 was good.
Okay, so
I brought up the same point.
we're going past that.
So you don't think this ever ends?
I think Drake.
I think it ends at a certain. Like, he's not gonna keep this pace up every 3 years. Like, I say, the next 5-6 years, he might keep that pace up. But let's say when he gets like 40 plus, like, I think he's going to go once every 5 years. But then you're gonna start getting a lot of singles. You probably still get features every like once in a while. I think he's gonna stay active in that way, where his albums will be more anticipated, like a 444 or something like that. And then I think you might get even more like R&B, like heavy, or dance hall heavy, or however, like, it's gonna be probably even more experimental type stuff that could possibly come from that era as well, like post him like slowing down 6-7 years from now. So like he said, bro, it's a long possible, this timeline, who knows when it could possibly end. Knocking on wood, hopefully there's no like tragic ending or anything like that. But when it comes to just the musicality and his understanding on how to make great music, that's like, I mean, I don't want to bring up R. Kelly but like, it's some of those guys where you talk about just amazing writers, bro. They never lose that pen. They never do.
Smart enough and good enough of an artist that he will transition himself as a person, as an artist, fluidly and seamlessly into whatever he's supposed to be next, so that when he's in his 60s and going into his early 70s, he can still be one of the biggest, most relevant musicians in the world, because he figured out how to do that. Is he going to take that path? I don't know. It depends what he wants to do with his own life and his own happiness. But I do thoroughly believe that he could be smart enough to navigate that, and to make sure that by the time he got there, people weren't like, what the fuck is this guy still doing there? But still like, wow, man, this guy makes great music, and like, fuck it, we love it, keep going.
Imagine Drake made music to you at 70, nigga. You know how that'd be like 100 albums, or like, let's just say like 50 to like, bro, that'd be the most insane shit, especially when you like, he would be like, nothing would be less than like a 7, like as far as like quality. Like, I just don't see that happening. Like, he's only gonna keep getting better. He's only gonna keep perfecting the craft, like from what I've been seeing and believing, and he's been proving. So, man, as a that's honestly like a timeline. If I could, like, we could vote for what timeline we want to participate in, I vote on that timeline. Jay giving us hits for another 40 years. I'm here for it. Become the next Luther, become the next Stevie Wonder, become like the next, like, because you gotta understand, like, some of our greatest artists, like, obviously they started off young, but bro, like, they had a run till like they were late. Some of them even had they run started kind of when they were like old, 40s, 50s type shit, like, and how like mature and like how much feeling they even knew how to, like, imagine like a world where, like, obviously Drake is already wise and like calculated, like we was talking about Jay-Z earlier on a previous video, but like how he was able to tap in with like society and understand like the pulse and be relatable. Now he's 60, 70 years old with the wisdom of relationships and life and society, and like some of the records we can get. Hey, brother, I can't lie to you. We will be here for a good ass time. But with that being said, man, we're out, man. Like I said, bro, give Drake his flowers. Arguably the GOAT of like, it's not even arguably the GOAT of hip hop. Fuck is we talking about? And Michael Jackson 2.0. But with that being said, make sure y'all like and subscribe. We're on the road to 500. We dropping every day till we get 500. Make sure y'all turn it up. Making sure y'all hit that button, man. We up out this thing, man. Peace.